I don't mean that. I mean health-wise. I mean cutting weight and, sauna suits. Like, we used to.
You can't do it that way. That we know.
You can't. No, but we also in high school we'd have coaches where they're like, Ryan, you're supposed to be wrestling 45 or 52, and you're 151. Don't fucking cut weight, gain weight, and wrestle the next class up because we need a spot for that, or we don't have someone.
You can still wrestle that spot at the weight you're at.
Right, but then if they'd say, all right, we need you to cut 8 pounds to get down, we want you to take that class. Well, the next thing you know, you're wrestling in trash bags. I mean, we would do trash bags. We would fucking sleep in trash bags. We had this old like World War II German wool overcoat that we would put on and sprint. Like everyone on the team would take turns.
One coat?
And we would sprint. It was sick.
Nice
around the gym. You should have seen the bus.
Nice budget. Well, we got bullshit red mats.
It was a lot of shit.
We got 2 guys in bike shorts, and we got a World War II German overcoat.
Let's get started.
I think we're ready to go. Well, what about mats and singlets? What?
Fuck mats and singlets. We got one headgear.
Maybe you didn't hear me, son. We got a World War II German overcoat and bike shorts. Now, we want to get...
Let's wrestle.
Let's put a tent on this circus and get going. Oh, God. German overcoat.
It was, dude.
It was funny.
From a
Someone's father slid.
What? From a surplus store.
I was going to say, which one of your fathers... I thought something different.
Somebody's grandfather brought that shit back.
Whose fucking throat got slit? I remember when we liberated the Jews in Dachau, this one guy came out with his hands up, and I slit his fucking throat and took his coat because I thought somebody might want to start a wrestling program.
Somebody might need to cut 2 pounds.
Oh.
We used to sit in the back of the bus and we'd go to those holiday tournaments because it was always in the winter sport for us at least, and we would sit in the back and just spit and fill fucking like super big gulps.
People say that's crazy
the whole way, but it works.
As it sounds, it's a quarter pound on a
bus
ride.
It is a quarter pound on the bus ride.
But then you get so dehydrated when you wrestle, you run out of gas.
Oh man!
I don't think people understand how tiring 6 minutes is until you wrestle. Here's the thing.
I never did.
Sam Sheridan. I talk about this book a lot, I realize. I'm rereading it, and you can get it. Go to jmohr.com, hit that Amazon link, and I get all your tweets. People are ordering great stuff, Rai, on that Amazon link. Do you have one on the Crab Feast?
No.
Well, good.
Not yet.
I realized as it came out of my mouth, I'm like, why
are you asking me?
His website.
Stupid.
Go to jmohr.com and hit the Amazon banner, and you can order anything you want. There's also a stamps.com banner. They have gotten behind the podcast. And Beer Magazine. Who's going to be okay? Who wants to get a buzz on with a dark lager? Drink the beer. Subscribe. And Sam Sheridan's book, he really does a good job called Fighter's Heart. Order that shit through Amazon. Is your DVD on Amazon?
CD is on iTunes. And Amazon. It is also on Amazon, too.
jmohr.com. Click the Amazon link. So
Above Ground Cool. Buy it through Amazon.com on jmohr.com.
What you don't realize about wrestling, it's the ultimate sport. The guy across from you knows the exact same shit you know. It's not like in football where the defense has to guess what offense by the formation, or in basketball where that guy can shoot, that guy's good at defense, but he's quicker, he's got a three-pointer, he's our specialist, we bring this guy in to rebound. It's not like baseball, like I wonder what pitch I'm getting, I can turn a double play, but if he drops it, everything falls apart. You are one-on-one against a guy that knows the exact same shit you know. Who practiced the most?
Yep.
Now, here's where cutting weight comes in. If we both weigh 150 pounds, if you're 12% body weight and I'm 5% body weight and we're of around the same talent level, who's going to win?
You are.
It's not even fucking close.
It's not even close.
That, what, 8? No, 7 plus, what's, 7%.
Whatever it is. 7%,
that
whatever.
7% body fat immediately kicks into burning lactic acid and making you cramp up and shit. As stupid as that sounds, as finite and minute as that sounds, that's the eyelash of difference between a guy in the third period going, fuck it, and pinning himself because you're too stupid to get both of his shoulder blades down. You ever pin yourself?
No. Hell no. Did you really?
Yeah, I was in boot in
I've been pinned.
I know.
I've had my ass kicked.
All right, I was in Boonton, New Jersey, and this kid had me in a cradle, but his forearm was under my left shoulder blade, and he was choking the shit out of me. And I was like, I can't. And my nuts are in my face. Like, literally, I could have sucked my own dick. When you always ask that question, that was the time. If everyone just froze and you got me hard, I could have blown myself. This kid had me in a cradle so tight. Because when kids go for cradles, you get obsessed with their hands. Like, don't let them connect their hands.
Yes.
And then that's when all hell breaks loose because they just start doing other shit to you. Like
putting a knee in your ribs on the side of it. Head in the temple and pressing hard.
I did that shit to Farley.
Did you?
I got Farley in a cradle.
Chris Farley?
I tried to fucking kill him.
How in the fuck did you get him in a cradle?
We'll get to that in a minute. Because I never told that story. It's in my book. You can buy that on Amazon.
There you go.
We understand, JJ. Enough with the pluggy plugs. jmohr.com, amazon.com. Gasping for airtime. Read the blow-by-blow of how I pinned Chris Farley and snot bubbles came out of his nose.
I've read that book. I have to go back.
I tried to murder him because I knew the moment I let him up, he's going to kick the shit out of me.
Bend him in half, man.
You get the knee in the ribs, and you said it perfect, the forehead in the temple.
That's right. And then throw the arm over the nose and mouth.
Yes, and I was trying to make my forehead come out his other temple. I was trying to have him woozy enough that when I got up, I could get to the elevator and go home. Because Farley is like fucking Jack Lambert. He's a beast. If you let him up, it's one of those things when you get in a fight as a kid, you know, like, if I let this guy up, he's going to kick the shit out of me. So you just try to hold him down until people go, fucking knock it off, guys. And, like, you wait for someone to hand him his bike, and the bike's between the two of you, and you're like, I got to get home. And you start jogging.
Got my school clothes on, man. We used to have kids say that little pussy shit. I'm not going to fight you. I got my school clothes on. We're going to get blood on those motherfuckers' school clothes.
And I couldn't breathe, and my balls were in my face. And this motherfucker's arm was under my shoulder blade. And I'm like, I remember thinking, how fucking dumb are you? And how dumb am I that I'm caught in this shit? And I'm in it like, I can't explain if you put something in Tupperware, then duct taped it closed, and then put it in a fucking safe, and then bronzed the safe and threw it in the ocean, that I was worse than that.
That was over.
It was gone. And I'm like, how dumb is this guy that he can't get his he doesn't realize, oh, my forearm's stuck. Like, just all you got to do is, and I wanted to go, just move your fucking arm, but I couldn't talk because I was choking to death and turning purple. So I literally, on my back, I looked to my left, sort of, because I could barely turn my head. There are parents in Boonton. That's a hillbilly fucking white trash town.
Is that Jersey also?
Oh, it's
Boonton?
Disgusting.
Yeah.
I mean, they think they're farmers, but they're just fucking homeless people with fucking huge yards. It's disgusting. The parents are on the mat.
Homeless people with property.
Turn up. And I'm like, and I remember thinking before I almost passed out, like, how did they get out of the stands, and why are they on the mat next to my coach? And then why isn't my coach defending me? Like, all the shit goes through your mind. Because I had plenty of time, because this fucking ape couldn't execute a cradle. So this is what I did. I actually scooched on my fucking back
to get his arm out.
And I remember going, if he doesn't fight this, and I go, oh, he's too tired to do anything, he'll let me scooch. So I scooched clockwise, and he was just a fucking dead guy on top of me. Chief J Strongbow laying across my body, and I literally had to like do that embarrassing, like the coach knew. His coach knew, and the ref definitely knew, because I had to do like a up and over his arm and lay my shoulder down, and the ref's like, over. And I remember walking off the mat, I'd even look, Coach Sauer, I'd even look at the coach, and he didn't say anything. We just acted like it never happened. Because I was like a junior at the time. So it wasn't supposed to happen.
What's the fastest you've ever been pinned? You ever been get caught?
The fastest I got pinned was by 3 times. I got pinned by Enzo Gattulo 3 years in a row. It was a minute and a half. Oh, no, excuse me. 32 seconds was the first. I was a freshman. He got a full ride at Penn State. He was a gorilla. And the Italian kids matured faster than the Irish kids.
I just watched the championship, the NCAA championships this year wrestling. Penn State is dominant, man.
Enzo Gattulo pinned me in 32 seconds, 35 seconds. My junior year, it was a minute even. And I remember going, I stood up and I went, yes.
Yeah, doubled your time, motherfucker. That's improvement.
Yes.
My brother one time, man, he got stuck. He got hit. Derek got hit by this Asian kid at Athelton, I think it was, high school in Maryland. This kid pinned him in 6 fucking seconds.
That's impossible.
People stay on bulls longer than that, dude.
It take 6 seconds to hit the mat.
They grappled, fucking dropped him in a headlock, boom, right over. That ref blew the whistle and dropped in 6 seconds. My father shit on him. Like, how the fuck do you get stuck in 6 seconds?
You didn't grapple in 6 seconds. You just grap.
Stuck that neck out, and bam.
Beer Magazine. That's right. You heard me. The #1 selling beer magazine on the newsstands, period. Over 6,500 stores across the country carry it, but you will not get a better deal than the one I'm telling you right now on this podcast. Live, laugh, learn about beer. It doesn't hurt that they have very nice-looking models on the cover instead of guys that look like us with beer bellies. Learn to cook with beer as an ingredient, from beer-braised pork shoulder to beer ice cream floats. Reviews of the best beers in the country and where you can find them. Here's the deal. Go to my website, jmohr.com, click on the Beer Magazine link, and get a special offer, $20 for a 1-year subscription of Beer Magazine. Plus, they are throwing in the digital access as well. So you get the magazines delivered to you, and you get the digital subscription, all for only $20. A $20 bill does all that. Go to my website, click on the Beer Magazine link. Beer Magazine. All right, we had to take a break because Ryan and I both had to pee because we were laughing too hard.
Ridiculous.
We had to go pee. So, Ryan, when was the last time you were in a fist fight?
The last time I was in a fist fight.
How old are you?
I'm 39.
You're 39?
I'm 39.
You look younger.
Thanks, man.
And what's Segura?
He's like 56.
No, he says he's like 28.
Segura, I call him the Albert Pujols of comedy, man. There's no way Pujols is whatever age he fucking says he is, and there's no way Segura
29. Hey,
is.
man.
Segura's,
29,
I think, like 32. Yeah, he's like, I'm 26, man. Like, fuck you. You're not 26, man. I don't know. I think Segura's seriously like 32, 3.
I think he's 33. Just turned 33. All right. Last fist fight you were in?
Last fist fight I was in was right before I moved to California.
No one knows when that is. When you're,
I don't know, like
it's not like people.
A little over
driving
10
trucks
years
are going,
ago. Probably my last one. A little over 10. Yeah. Oh, okay. Bad guy.
And by the way, special shout out to the guy from Australia that emailed me. Special shout out to my guys in the Air Force flying those C-130s out of Afghanistan that said they listened to Mohr Stories on the way home because home gets a little closer earlier. That shit almost made me cry. And huge shout out. There's a guy that drives a truck in Devonshire, England. And once he said he was from Devonshire, I could only read the email in his voice. His like, I drive a truck in Devonshire picking up recyclable papers on the side of the road. I listen to Mohr Stories, blah, 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 and some other shit that he says. But everybody in Australia and England, I'm never touring Australia. Save your tweets. England, I'm all over that shit. I ain't flying 20 hours to get a check. Fuck that. I'll open a paint store in Topanga Canyon.
More paints.
More paints.
10
years ago?
10 years ago, yeah. I've been in a lot of fights. There's just people in Maryland like to fight, man. It's just it's a scrappy area full of angry fucking people and alcohol.
It's just an East Coast thing, too, because my wife, growing up in Santa Monica, to her, like, two guys fighting is the most, like, what the fuck is going on? Where I'm just like, look at these two assholes.
Yeah.
But then you even recognize when you fight so much, you know when a fight is not going to happen.
Yeah.
It's like if you go to enough baseball games, when the ball leaves the bat and it's a fly ball, everybody goes, whoa! But if you know baseball, you can just tell by the sound, you're like, everybody calm down.
Yeah.
It's a room service fly ball, Andre, easier, two-way. But when guys are going, yeah, motherfucker, get your friend. God, I'll be here, motherfucker, you're like, these guys ain't fighting.
Yeah, I'm going home.
That shit never turns into a fight.
Never. Been in a lot. My brother and I have been in a few fights together, too.
Together?
Yeah. Well, that's the reason I got into my last fight. The last fight, I wanted to go out with my brother before I moved to California just to hang out because I worked at UPS at nights and I could never go out. So
Go Brown.
Go Brown.
Holla.
So I went Primary 1, shout out to the Baltimore Hub on Joe Avenue.
Manhattan, 43rd Street and 11th Avenue.
You worked there too?
No, I just lived across the street, right by the Intrepid, holding it down. What's up, guys? Fucking up traffic on 43rd Street.
No, but I lived across the street.
I lived across the street. I did.
Shout out.
Yeah. But those guys were big Opie and Anthony listeners.
Yeah.
And I would hope they're listening to the podcast. But at rush hour, you got everybody going into the Lincoln Tunnel and the entire UPS fleet returning home. And you're like, this is fucking great. People are like, let's just take a cab back to your place. You're like, I'll tell you what. I'll fucking crawl backwards. I'll get there faster.
Oh, my God.
So Derek, the guy that got pinned by an Asian in 6 seconds, got you into fights. Was it against other Asians?
No, it was not against Asians. We
There
were
are a lot of Asians in your stories.
Yeah, it is kind of weird. And there's not a lot of Asians in my life, but the ones in my stories, they are.
You always wanted to fight them.
Yeah. I'll tell you, the fight. So we're out drinking at this bar in Baltimore, and this one, it was a lot of shit.
We got two guys in bike shorts, and we got a World War II German overcoat.
Let's get started.
I think we're ready to go. Well, what about mats and singlets? What?
Fuck mats and singlets. We got one headgear.
Maybe you didn't hear me, son. We got a World War II German overcoat and bike shorts. Now, we want to get...
Let's wrestle.
Let's put a tent on this.
Pounds to get down. We want you to take that class. Well, the next thing you know, you're wrestling in trash bags. I mean, we would do trash bags. We would fucking sleep in trash bags. We had this old like World War II German wool overcoat that we would put on and sprint. Like everyone on the team would take turns.
One coat?
And we would sprint. It was sick.
Nice budget.
Around the gym. You should have seen the bus.
Nice budget. Well, we got bullshit red mat.
I don't mean that. I mean health-wise. I mean cutting weight and, sauna suits. Like, we used to.
You can't do it that way. That we know.
You can't. No, but we also in high school we'd have coaches where like, Ryan, you're supposed to be wrestling 45 or 52, and you're 151. Don't fucking cut weight, gain weight, and wrestle the next class up because we need a spot for that, or we don't have someone.
You can still wrestle that spot at the weight you're at.
Right, but then if they'd say, all right, we need you to cut 8.
Guy came out with his hands up, and I slit his fucking throat and took his coat because I thought somebody might want to start a wrestling program.
Somebody might need to cut 2 pounds.
Oh.
We used to sit in the back of the bus and we'd go to those holiday tournaments because it was always in the winter sport for us at least, and we would sit in the back and just spit and fill fucking like super big gulps.
People say that's crazy
the whole way, but it works.
As it sounds, it's circus and get going. Oh God, German overcoat.
It was, dude. I
swear,
from a
someone's father slid.
What? From a surplus store.
I was going to say, which one of your fathers? I thought something different.
Somebody's grandfather brought that shit back.
Whose fucking throat got slit? I remember when we liberated the Jews in Dachau. This one